Joining us at Fit Round the Table today is exercise guru extraordinaire Debbie Quinn. Debbie's been working in exercise for a long, long time. I'll let her tell you herself how long that's been. She's an expert in working with seniors, and particularly working with seniors on a chair-based exercise program of yoga. Debbie, you're very welcome to Fit Round the Table. Thank you very much for coming in today. It's a delight to have you here. And you have to tell us, what's your secret?
Probably my secret is discipline and structure. I like to exercise every day. I think it's important for me to exercise every day, and I just love it. I just have a passion for it.
So one of the keys, of course, is fall prevention. How did you get involved in that?
Well, I was already training as a fitness trainer, and I had a gentle class running in the leisure centre, and I got the opportunity through the trust to go and train in fall prevention, so I could help the people in my class who would have come in, and I could see they probably needed a wee bit more structure and balance. So that's how I get into it. I've been with it. I use that in every one of my classes. I use fall prevention.
I got the opportunity to see one of your chair-based yoga classes with seniors at the Blair Men Wellness Centre recently. It's very taken by the gentle, encouraging way that you get people to do things maybe they've never even tried before, and they succeed at doing. And I was even more impressed after I'd heard from Roberta Andrews, because she's been taking your classes now for 3 years. Mm-hmm. Let's have a look at what she had to say.
And then we'll come slowly up, big deep breath in, up, breath in. Big pause at the top, big deep breath in, twist. Now see this time when you come down.
My name is Roberta Andrews. I've been coming to this class for 3 years now. I had follicular lymphoma in 2019. I finished my treatment in 2021. Have been coming here ever since, and it is of great benefit to me because I get mixed in with other people, and there's a lot of people in this class who have hidden disabilities. I have a friend here today who is actually going through palliative treatment at the moment. We get so much benefit, not just from the exercises, but they are so important. They keep us fit, they keep us healthy, then we meet up and have a little cup of tea at the end. And without it, I just don't know what we would do, because it is so beneficial to our health and our mental well-being.
One of the wonderful things that Debbie, the instructor, said today was just feel how much stronger and better you're getting. Has that been your reality?
Yes, it is. Very much so.
So you're a lot stronger and a lot better than you were before you started exercise?
Yes.
And tell me something else. Before you started this class, had you done much in the way of exercise?
I had done a little. I used to dance a lot, and I had been to Debbie's class when I used to live in Cumber.
Into your bones, and we go in the other direction. All the ones you could just sit at home and do, circling your shoulders. And then come up nice and tall again.
Roberta Andrews, what an amazing woman.
Yeah, Roberta's fantastic. She comes to at least 2 classes a week, sometimes 3. She does the Gently Does It, which is a bit of exercise. I dance at weekends, so I can throw in a bit of salsa for them and a bit of bachata, which they all love, and they just love the music. Afterwards, they go down, they all meet. If anybody comes in new, I introduce the person, I invite them to join the rest of them in the cafe, and the comradeship is just incredible with those women.
Fabulous. So there's no pressure on you, Debbie. I mean, we've got no dance today, we've got no music, much as I'd love to have both of them. All you have to do today is recreate some of the magical moments that you use on Roberta and her classmates with me.
Okay.
Are you up for that?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got to where we need to be to start. Yep. Take it away, Debbie.
Okay, so first of all, I want you sitting back in your chair with your feet sort of pretty flat on the floor. If your feet aren't flat, you can move yourself slightly forward. And we just want to close our eyes just for a few seconds to arrive on the chair. So the hands are just going to be placed on the legs. And what I want you to do is close your eyes and connect to your breath. So think of your oxygen that's coming into the body through your nostrils. We never breathe through our lips. Always remember to seal your lips gently and take a nice breath into your nose and let it out through the mouth, and just let the breath leave the body. And we'll just take one more of those nice deep breaths in through our nostrils. And we'll just gently release through the lips. I just want you to scan your body gently. I just want you to scan your feet, your ankles, your calves, your shins. And I just want you to notice, is there anywhere in your body you're feeling any tension today? Any wee aches, any wee pains in the body? And then I'm going to invite you to start to relax around the buttocks, soften into the back, neck and shoulders. Just let the shoulders relax away from the ears. And we're going to come to the back of the neck. We're going to take a nice breath in. And on the out breath, we're just going to gently drop our chins down towards our chest, just to release in there at the back of the neck. And then we're going to slowly lift the chin back up again. I'm just going to get you to gently turn your chin to the left or the right. Bring the chin back to the center and just turn your chin in the other direction. So we're going to bring our head back to the center again, and then I'm just going to get you to draw wee circles. So think of going to the left collarbone, to the right collarbone, take your chin up gently, and we do that again. So if you hear a little noise in the back of your neck, it's just air pockets releasing. And releasing stress and any tension from the back of the neck, and we go in the other direction. Remember, this is one of the areas that we do hold a lot of tension. And we just go round in the opposite direction, nice and slow. Noticing how your neck feels as you go round. And then we bring the head back in line with the spine. We start to soften around the top of your head. Let your scalp relax. Just let the face soften. Let your frown line soften. And then just let your shoulders melt away from the ears, just releasing any tension in your shoulders. I'm just going to get you to place your right hand on your tummy. And as you breathe in, I'm just going to get your tummy to rise on the in-breath. You just feel your tummy move gently on the in-breath and release back on the out-breath. So what this wee breath does, it sends oxygenated blood to the pelvis, legs and feet. But breathing into the tummy also releases any nervous tension you have in your stomach. Sometimes our stomachs can get pretty sore, and a lot of the times it can be caused from anxiety and stress. Your stomach and your mind are a mirror of each other. So just by breathing into the tummy, we can help release any tension. We're going to move our hand from our tummy, and we're going to breathe into both our lungs. You might need to sit a little straighter for this because you have front, side and back lungs. So we're going to breathe into the lungs. You want to feel the stretch front, side, back lungs and the in-breath. And on the out-breath, you release. They'll just close in again. Think of an accordion in your mind, or think of two balloons underneath your armpits, and breathe in again. So what we're doing now is we're bringing oxygen into the body through the front, side, back lungs. The stronger the lungs, the more oxygen coming into the body, the more energy we have and the better we feel. Take one more breath. And then I'm going to get you to place your right hand again just on your collarbones, just on your throat. And we're going to breathe into our hand now. This is the hardest part of the breath. It's called the pranayama breathing. And just breathing into the hand just helps to send oxygen and blood to the cells of your brain, to the back of your head, but it also helps to release stale energy from your throat. It's one of the areas we don't breathe into on a normal basis. And if you don't feel the hand rise too far, remember, just let it be. Just breathe in through the nostrils at all times and to the hand. And then I'm just going to place your hands back on the legs, and I'm going to ask you to combine all three, tummy, lungs, throat. So it's a nice breath in, tummy, lungs, throat. I'm going to ask you to pause at the top of that breath, bringing so much oxygen into the body. And on the out breath, you release throat, chest, tummy. And your body starts to relax a little more. We'll just do one more of those breaths. So it's tummy, lungs, throat in. We pause at the top. And then we slowly release the breath back out again. And we come back to the breath that you woke up with this morning, your natural breath. I'm going to get you to put your hands beside you. I'm going to ask you to move forward in your chair. So if you were standing, your knees would be over your ankles. So I'm just going to get you to look down. Just make sure the knees are in line with the ankles are in line with the hips. And think about your spine. So draw the hands down, crown of the head goes up. Think of your spine, the main energy channel in the body. It's like putting your television on without an aerial. We want the spine to be opened. It's one of the places that degenerates as we get older. So we want to move our spine. But before we move our spine, we're going to take a nice breath in. We're just going to take a nice breath in. Now, if your hands don't go over the head, that's absolutely fine. You take your hands to where you feel comfortable. You're opening the side of the body. You're opening your armpits. You're breathing into that space. And on the out breath, you just release the hands back down to the legs. And then we'll come forward with the arms. So we're going to breathe in again. We're going to take a nice breath up to the ceiling. We're going to breathe into the front side body, but then I'm going to get you to pause. I'm going to ask you to take a wee turn to your right. And I'm going to ask you to tap the chair, and I'm going to ask you to tap the leg. I'm going to bring the arms back up again. We're going to take a nice breath in again. We're going to pause at the top. We're going to breathe out, and we're going to go in the opposite direction. We're going to try not to lean forward, try not to lean over the chair. We want to stay as tall as we can. We take another breath in. We breathe out. We're going to do it again, and then I'm going to ask you to pause here. I want to work into your liver, kidneys, heart and spleen, and I want to offer the body a twist. So the hand can be on the chair. I would like you to gently look over your shoulder if you can. So you've got the hand on the leg for a bit of support, and you're just gently looking over the shoulder behind you, moving into the neck. Remember, with every motion, there's lotion. So we just take a breath in here. We're just going to take the hands back up to the ceiling. We're going to pause at the top again, and we're just going to twist gently in the opposite direction. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to pause. We want to keep our spine long. We want to keep our spine strong. And we pause again. And then we take a breath in. We're just going to come back up. We're just going to rise to the ceiling. And on the out breath, I want you to imagine there's a ball between your hands, and you're just going to reach forward. And we're just going to pause about halfway. And we're just going to gently come back up again. Take a nice breath in, and we're going to breathe out again. And then I'm going to ask you to gently set the ball down, come down to your feet. See if you can lift the ball behind your back. Hands go up towards the ceiling. Draw the hands down and take the hands back up again and take a beautiful breath in. We'll do that again. Breath in, breath out. So we're slowly coming down past the two toes at the outside, our baby toes. We're reaching our hands back. We take a breath in and we gently come back up, and we're just going to pause at the top, and we're going to take the hands back down. And then we're going to rotate the shoulders forwards, up, around and back, and going to take another breath in. Now this time as you come down, I'm going to get your hands together. So all we want to do is put our hands together and open our elbows to the side and press our hands together. We're going to take a breath in, and as we breathe out, we're going to turn to the right. We're just going to follow the hands to wherever they go, and then we pause. We never force the body on further. We just stop when we feel our bodies have reached what we would call an edge. We take a breath in, we come back to the center, we pause, we take a breath in, and we go to the other side. We just follow the hands round. Again, moving into the liver, kidneys, heart, spleen, and tummy. Come back into the center, bring your two hands together, and then open your hands out. Put your fingers together, push your hands to the front. We get our elbows open, and then we come into a nice C shape. So you pull your belly button to your spine. You reach the hands towards the front as far as they'll go. You open the back of the neck, you open the back of the shoulders, nice stretch into the spine. And then we just gently take the hands back up again and slowly release them.
We've finished the warm-up phase and we've
Yes.
done the upper body. We're now working on the lower body.
Yeah,
That's
just want to
great,
do
Debbie, thank
some
you.
on the lower body. Up on the toes. And all I'm going to do is get you to circle your ankles. That's you. Nice circles in your ankles. One direction. So this will help to bring mobility back into the ankles. If you have any circulation issues, remember all our issues are in our tissues. So this just helps to release the tension in your feet. And then we're going to put our feet on the floor. Now imagine there's two wee dots on the floor. You put your toe on them, and then you put your heel on the same dot. You put your toe on the dot, you put your heel on the dot. So you put your toes and your heels. Nice and easy.
Kind of like Irish or Scots country dancing.
Is it?
Just a wee bit.
Heel, heel, toe, toe. Heel, heel, toe, toe. Two more. So you could sit and practice these every single day watching television, and then just put your feet down, and then we're going to start lifting our knees. Now, hands are great tools. If you need to lift your knee and your knee just doesn't come up, use your hands.
Okay.
See, one hand at a time, or you can use the two
And how
hands.
far up, Debbie?
You just go as high as you feel comfortable.
So,
Yeah, we're working our knees, we're working our hip flexors.
okay.
Okay, so then you could probably sort of think all the reasons and all the things you would do to lift the knees. I always say to my class, if you come in and the class that had moved upstairs and had no lift, you wouldn't want to miss your class. You'd still want to be able to come up and down the stairs and come and see me. So just a wee lift of the leg, two more.
And stairs actually are a great form of exercise.
Oh, absolutely,
because they've got
fantastic.
banisters.
Absolutely
it's a safe
brilliant.
Way to
It
exercise.
keeps the heart, gets the oxygen to the heart if we go up and down stairs.
What's amazing me is you're
Yeah.
managing to keep your upper body still and
Yeah.
I'm moving about like a ship under sail, you know. Well
you
done.
want to keep, you want to encourage your family, of anybody, just keep going up and down the stairs just as much as they can. And then we're going to put our 2 feet down. We're going to sit up nice and straight, and in between we're going to do a sun salutation. So we're going to take a nice breath in. We're going to pause at the top, and as you're coming down, you just put your elbows on your knees and you look forward. That just keeps you feel your spine open, and you're going to get a nice stretch into the spine and into the sit bones. Gently put the right hand on the right foot. Now, if you can't go down, you stay on the knees, or you go down as far as is comfortable for you. If you went down and you like this stretch, you can look onto the chair. And then you're going to breathe in. You're going to come back up and put your elbows on your knees again. You're going to take a breath in. You're going to come back down to the feet. You're going to take a breath in, and then you're going to come up, and you're going to move all that energy, all that new oxygen of the blood into the body. Take another breath in. Pause at the top and take your hands back down again. So you're going to take your right hand in the air. You're going to hold onto the chair with your left hand, and you're just going to come over your ear, the other direction. That's you. Now, a wee tip for you. When you come into a side bend, the bottom arm, if you have a micro movement slightly forward, move the upper arm slightly back. Look at the difference. Just that micro movement, very simple movement into the body, and it creates more space. Remember, as we get older, we want to create more space in the body, just so more oxygen can flow through the body. Take a breath in and slowly come back down. You'll feel that open the whole side of the body. Now take the hand of the chair. We'll come up again. We're going to look up. We're going to take a breath in. We're coming over. Lower shoulder slightly forward, upper shoulder slightly back, and just gaze at the ceiling again. It just helps to elevate the body. Opens the whole side of the body into the armpits. Slowly come back down and just release. And then release your shoulders again, and we're coming back to the legs. We're going to need to work our hip flexors. So every time we sit down, our hips compress. Okay. So to open the hip flexors, we're just going to move the leg out and in. We move it out, sit, and breathe, out, and in. So we just tap out to the side and back in. And the lovely thing about this exercise, you don't have to go too far to get these hip flexors opened. Okay, so we'll try 4 more, and 3, and 2, and we'll do 1 more. And then we'll move to the other side. We'll do the same again. Sometimes you'll find, and I just noticed, we all have a looser hip. I can see that's your looser hip, and we all have a tight hip. We've all got one side that's tighter than the other.
My left side is dominant.
Yeah.
I use it for best balance.
Yeah.
For water skiing, for instance.
And usually find anybody who drives a lot, it's the hip that goes using the clutch.
Okay.
People come up to me and say, it's that hip. I always go, do you drive a lot? Come back into the centre. You're going to come back to the first knee. You can imagine you're lifting it up with the thread, and you're going to circle into the joint now of the hip. This is really good for your knees as well. So it really helps to get the circulation into the hip, the synovial fluid, and then just go in the other direction. Again, if you're at home and you find that hard, just put your hand onto your leg and support it. Yeah, makes it much easier.
So would you want to, using your hand, would you want to lift higher than your leg is capable of going, or are you better not to?
No, just do what your body's doing. Now take the leg back down again. And again, we'll find the other side could be totally different. We might find with more space, with more flexibility on one side than we have on the other. And don't forget to breathe into it. So again, you could just nearly feel the hip opening here as you do those circles into the hip. And again, it's really going to help with the knees.
One of the things that confuses me is I forget when to breathe in and when to breathe out.
Yes, breathe out. So you always breathe out on the effort. So say, for example, we're going to do our next exercise, which is really good for the thighs here. Think about walking, going to the toilet, everything that you would need for the legs. It's up, push out, bring in, drop down. Again, look, you can use your hands. I have a lot of people have to use their hands to do these. But I find once I get people into my class...
You get your legs so much straighter than mine.
But when people come into the class, they come in and the first couple of weeks they're doing this. And the next couple of weeks they're doing this.
Yeah.
They're letting go of their legs. Their legs are getting stronger. I always use a couple of quotes. And one of my favourite quotes is, what you ignore gets weaker, and what you feed is getting stronger.
Well, I'm feeling it. I must be getting stronger.
Definitely. And if you don't look after this body, where are you going to live? There's nowhere to go. This is it.
There's no spares.
No spares. Breathe in, push out, breathe in, and drop. Lift up, push out, pull in. And I would advise maybe doing about 10 of these each day if you can. And again, use your breath. So when I say breathe in, so breathe in on the effort, breathe out, breathe in, breath out. Your breath is so important. So we're going to put our feet back on the floor. We're going to sit up nice and tall, and we're going to draw one leg out to the side and the other leg out to the side. So our inner thighs, as we get older, our knees want to do this, and this is why we get sore knees, because this is what our legs automatically want to do. So if we sit up nice and tall, and just put your hands to the inside, just to the inside of your thighs, and just sit up nice and tall, and you'll get a nice stretch here. And then you're going to put your hands on your knees. You're going to scoop in again. We did this earlier, so you're moving more into the two sides of your spine. So you reach to the knees, you drop your chin to your chest. Then you draw the hands back and you open out. This is going to help your lower back, but it also opens the chest and brings more oxygen into the body. Breathe in. So we breathe out again. We tuck in, we tuck under. It's actually called cat-cow. And then we bring the hands in again. We look up. We take a nice breath in. We breathe out. So you'll see yourself now with the breath. You'll be able to work your breathing pattern now, because look, as you breathe in, if you lift up, you're breathing in, because the only way to breathe is breathe in. And as you breathe out, you breathe out. As you come down. And then we just come back to our center again. We're just going to turn your shoulder and you're going to twist over to one knee. So you're going to come into, you're moving into the sciatic nerve now, down into the hips as you come over. You're coming back up. and we're going to take the shoulder over to the other side. So basically you're just looking down the side of your foot and you're twisting into the hips. When you come over to it again, do it again, but this time, see, when you come over, put your hand to the inside of the opposite leg and just give it a wee, see, feel that, just a wee stretch, just a wee gentle stretch. And then come back up and take the shoulder over again. And again, you can just push gently against the inside of the thigh and just stretch again. And then we're going to come up. So we're coming over again, but this time come on down onto your forearm and stretch the arm as far away as you feel comfortable. And while you're stretching your arm, you're going to feel this really, really deeply up the side of your body. It's a wee place we do get very, very tight. You're going to take a breath in. I want you to think of a rainbow, all the beautiful colours of a rainbow, and I want you to draw me a rainbow. You're going to lift up, you're going to go down to the other side, you're going to stretch over again, so you can put your elbow down or your hand, you're just going to stretch in the opposite direction. You're going to take another breath in and you're going to draw me a beautiful rainbow the whole way up and over, and we're going to just do it again. So we're just going to stretch the hand away in front of the foot, feeling the body open, creating space in the body. Big deep breath in, just up and over the head. Remember again, with every motion there's lotion. Stretch as far as you feel comfortable, opening up the side of the body. Take a beautiful breath in, just come up again and put your two hands back on your knees. And then you're gonna take the shoulder again over to the knee, but see, instead of coming back, come down in the middle and go to the other shoulder up and just back up. And here's the breath in. As you come up, take a breath in, breathe out as if you're taking your shoulder to your knee, the shoulder to the other knee, and a big deep breath in as you come up and circle again. Nice and gentle circles in one direction. And we've done 3. So let's pause at the top and let's do the other side.
And of course the cracks that we hear
Yep.
are perfectly normal.
Absolutely. Any clicking you hear that there's no pain with is absolutely fine. It's good. It's just air pockets releasing as you start to release the tension, the stress from the body. And then we come back up to our seated position and we walk the feet in. And I'm going to get you now to push your hips back into your chair again. And I'm going to take your left leg in the air, toe to the ceiling, and right arm. Actually, this is the brain workout as well.
Yes.
I have to work the brain. There's 3 ages in our bodies. We've got our birth age, we can do nothing about. And we've got our brain age, we can do a lot about. And then we change legs, and the leg comes up and the arm comes down, and we change legs. Do you know, this is really helping your knees. It's really getting the oxygenated blood to the
Where
knees.
should I be feeling that? Should I be feeling it at the back?
Your thighs.
Should I feel
Yeah,
it in here?
yeah.
Okay. Just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure I wasn't breaking anything.
Nope. Really good for the front and back of the knees. Really good to strengthen these thighs. And keep moving. And then we're going to take the hands down and we're going to draw back and I'm going to get your 2 legs up. Now, if you move slightly forward, you'll connect, the core has to connect. And then you can just pause, but don't hold your breath. You have to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Just sit with the legs up and the arms up. So if you've ever been to a gym, they have a leg curl machine. We're going to do our own. Legs down, leg curl, squeeze up. Squeeze your thighs. Come down. So squeeze. So we're using our own weight of the body to take the legs up and breathe in and squeeze those thighs again. Come back down. Come up. Squeeze the thighs again. We'll do 2 more. I would advise doing about 10 of these again if you can, every day. It's really good, again, to get the oxygenated blood to the knees. Pause at the top, drop your hands and circle your ankles.
Okay.
Big circles. Nice for the ankles, nice clicks. The other direction. And then you're going to point your toes as far as you can. Turn your toes to the ceiling. You feel that if you've ever had plantar fascia, those feet can get really sore. So when we're doing our fall prevention, you have to work your toes. basically our feet are prisoners in our shoes. So if we forget about our toes are going to forget about you.
Which is why we've got our shoes off.
Yes, got our shoes off because with more flexibility. And then, even though you can't see your toes, give them a big stretch. Try and stretch every toe in your body. See if you can open and close. Open. Where do you feel that? Inner thighs? Yeah.
Actually, I'm probably feeling it as much in my shoulders, so it means I'm not doing it right.
Soften your shoulders, relax. That's you, relax. Just work your inner and outer thighs. Come back to the beginning, point your toes and swim. As fast as you can, point your toes and you're swimming.
I feel like a 3-year-old here.
Yes, my class love doing this. They love their swims.
Yeah.
Now see the difference, see the way you point. Try and do it with your feet to the ceiling to see the difference.
Okay, yeah.
Big difference.
But you said swim, so I was going into the swim position, which is toes out.
So when you turn your toes up to the ceiling, do you feel the heat?
Yes.
Yeah. That's all the oxygen in the blood now getting into the thighs, the knees, the toes. Point your toes
What
again.
I need to check,
And
Debbie,
so
is will I still be able to walk at the end of this?
So easy in a chair, isn't it? Just get those feet done, sitting watching TV, just sitting, working your legs. Drop your legs down. Oh, do you feel that?
Wow.
Isn't that lovely?
Amazing.
Sit up nice.
You can actually feel the blood rush.
The heat, yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to do now is you're just going to come down, if you can again, and just stretch your spine, because there's loads of oxygenated blood now, and it can flow. Just feel the difference in your shoulders, your back, your neck, your head.
What I did there for me was I relaxed into it rather than push it.
Slowly come back up, yeah.
And it just felt so much better.
Yeah.
When I was trying to push it, it really felt strange, but when I relaxed,
it
felt lovely, absolutely lovely.
Open the arms, big deep breath in. Come back down. Sit back in your chair, close your eyes, put your hands on your legs and just let that energy flow. And just take a couple of moments just to be totally releasing down into the chair again, connecting with you, noticing that beautiful heat flowing through your body, the connection, the softness of the mind, the softness of the body. Put your left hand to the heart, just put your right hand to your tummy, and just let's become aware of our breath again, because we'll feel the breath now coming in through the heart, through the chest and into the tummy. Let the shoulders relax again. Let the feet relax. Let the soles of your feet relax. You might feel a wee tingle now as the energy starts to flow. Any wee tingles are good, it's just energy flowing. Any wee pins and needles are also good. As you start to relax the calves, the shins, the front to back of the knees. You soften into your buttocks, lower back, middle back, upper back, neck and shoulders just soften. The back of the head, the top of the head, the scalp, just relax. Relax your frown lines, and you might need to moisten your lips. You may feel a little dehydrated after that, so always have a drop of water close to you. Because when we're twisting, we're releasing toxins from the body, so we need to rehydrate as often as you can during the class or after the class. And then just breathe, just let your body breathe. Let your skin breathe. Connect. And then just slowly drop the hands back down to the legs. Open your eyes. And there you go. Is that okay?
What's amazing me about this is that normally after an exercise phase, I want to stop. I want to stop. I don't want to do any more. I've done enough. This set of exercises I could keep on doing because it feels good. But I guess, you know, what we've done today is enough for a beginner.
Totally enough for a beginner. Most of my classes last an hour, but if you go to a chair yoga, you don't have to do it all. I always say to people at the beginning, I want my seniors to take what they need from the class. If it's only breathing, if it's only mindfulness, that's okay. If they want to start moving their body, that's okay. Just take what you need, do your best, and leave the rest. Next week you'll do something different. It'll be better.
Debbie Quinn, that was amazing. Thank you so much for showing us at Fit Round the Table how to work yoga into an exercise routine. And it works, as you say, not just the body, but the mind as well.
Yep, the energy, the tummy.
You are a shining example
Thank you.
Of how much it pays off to put the effort in, because I'm not going to give your age away, that's your decision. But the fact that you are as fit, you're fitter than I am, at your stage of life is a tribute to what you do, and that's absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
And on that note, we're going to head on over now to our resident nutrition expert. So over again to Dr. Catherine Hughes for some more great advice on nutrition in exercise for seniors. Catherine, thanks very much for popping up today. What are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about dementia and the role of diet in preventing dementia.
Okay, that's not something I would have associated. I've assumed, I suppose, that dementia comes maybe because of physical reasons or maybe because of mental reasons. I hadn't associated it with diet.
Yeah, great question. 40% of all cases of dementia are actually preventable, and diet plays a key role. So dementia is not an inevitable part of the aging process.
And so therefore the genetic link isn't as frightening as we thought it was?
We don't understand it 100%. There's a couple of known genetic risk factors. If you carry them, you have a very high risk of going on to developing, say, something like Alzheimer's disease. The other genetic factors are so rare, and they usually come in at early onset dementia. So that's people getting it long before they come into 60 years of age. But 40% of all cases are preventable.
So what do we do to prevent it?
Okay, diet is one key point. So there's a couple of diets. So you've got the Mediterranean diet, which we'd see in the south of Europe, which is high in fruits, vegetables, cereals, fish, olive oil. You've got a new diet called the MIND diet, and there's a lot of research into that, which looks again similar to the Mediterranean diet, and it's actually shown if you follow this MIND diet, you can reduce your risk of Alzheimer's by up to 50%. But we need to do more research in that one.
So the MIND diet, is that food or is that?
Yes, it's food. So in that case, it's a diet, vegetables, nuts, whole grains, fish, olive oil, decreasing very limited fat, butter, fried foods, and confectionery items. And that really, and also berries, big consumption of berries, which are very good for our brains. And it's been shown to be really effective in trying to reduce that risk of Alzheimer's. But it's a new diet, and we need lots more evidence before we can go out and recommend it to the public.
At Fit Round the Table, we focus very much on the physical exercise, reducing deterioration. Is that also true though for Alzheimer's? In other words, if we say learn a new language or do some mental exercises, does that help?
Absolutely. If you want to prevent dementia, you have to be physically active, you have to be socially active, you have to use your brain, do things like puzzles, jigsaws, your diet plays a role, you have to look after your heart. What's good for your heart is good for your head. You need interaction, you need to be hydrated, and no smoking or alcohol as well. Very moderate alcohol consumption. I'm
really, really pleased that we've had this conversation, Catherine, because it makes me feel much more positive about the future. Now, I'm going to go for the hot tip again. Do we have a hot tip here?
Eat a healthy, well-balanced diet, exercise, interact with people, use your brain.
Okay, well, I'm really going to have to focus in on that. One of the good things for me is I am actually learning a new language at the moment, which is quite challenging and very enjoyable as well. So maybe part of that will help me too. Catherine, thanks very much indeed for joining us today at Fit Round the Table.
Thank you. Thank you.